California is burning. Wildfires are becoming a constant nightmare, ravaging the state year after year. Once rare and isolated, these fires are now spreading faster, hotter, and larger than ever before. What once was considered an anomaly has turned into a brutal annual disaster for the state. And the scariest part, this could soon become a permanent season. At the heart of it all, climate change is the real cause. But despite the growing crisis, federal action has been slow and in many cases outright neglectful. If we continue on this path, California could face a future where half the year it's spent burning and the other half rebuilding. No city, no community can survive that cycle. But this isn't just bad luck or mismanagement. It's systemic, and it's accelerating. In 2020 alone, over 4 million acres burned, the most in state history. These fires are now starting earlier, lasting longer, and burning hotter than ever before. But what are we doing about it? We are still relying heavily on firefighting planes, boots on the ground, and reactive suppression tactics, methods built for a different era. Today's wildfires can move quickly, especially in dry and windy conditions like in California, sometimes traveling several miles an hour and flinging embers across highways. And as always, the human response arrives too late. But there are real efforts underway. California has expanded its fire prevention programs in recent years, including forest restoration projects to bring back healthy, fire-adapted ecosystems, early detection systems including satellites and AI models that can predict fire risks in real time, and the partnerships with indigenous fire practitioners who bring centuries of land mapping knowledge to the modern firefight. These programs are critical, but they're not yet scaled enough to meet the pace and intensity of what we're facing. From 2020 to 2024, California spent over $800 million on wildfires, and much of it was after the flames had already started. So we're making progress, but we're really not moving fast enough, and nature isn't going to slow down. At Bioforge, we build mechs to solve complex problems by blending engineering and nature. And before we show you what we've come up with, here are the key challenges we need to solve. Number 1, the human response is just too slow. These fires must be prevented, not just fought. Number 2, dead debris is piling up. With dead timber in the soil, it's just fuel waiting to ignite. 3, the fire-resistant vegetation has vanished, removing natural fire breaks. After every fire, it takes away more and more of the ecosystems, which is nature's first response to stopping fires or at least slowing them down. And number 4, the soil is dry and compact. When soil becomes dense and unable to take in water, it makes it very hard for the ecosystem to replenish itself naturally. So we need to bring back healthy soil into these areas. So what have we designed? This time round, we have designed a mech duo called Project Hybrid A3 that handles wildfire prevention faster and cheaper than humans can, using the best strategies science and nature have to offer. So let's meet these mechs. The first mech tackles problems 2 and 4, surface debris and degrading soil, and we call it TERRA-MOLE. We needed something that could drill through hardened terrain, aerating the soil and breaking up the fire-fueling dry layers of debris. And nature gave us the perfect model to design upon, the mole. As it tunnels, TERRA-MOLE creates fire breaks, barriers that slow or stop the fire spread by removing the surface debris and combustible materials. This gives humans a fighting chance, slowing wildfires to manageable speeds so firefighters can make it to the scene in time. And TERRA-MOLE also revitalizes the soil. Its aeration process helps restore essential nitrogen and minerals, allowing native seeds to take root again. So now that we've broken up the soil and we've got the fire breaks back, we need the second mech on our team, the AQUA-BEAVER. Once the soil is revitalized, the AQUA-BEAVER takes over, solving problem number 3, restoring native vegetation and water pathways. Inspired by nature's greatest water engineer, the beaver, this mech builds dam-like structures and underground channels. And the purpose of this is to divert fresh water back into these fire-damaged zones. When soil gets too dry, rain and irrigation don't help. The water simply runs off and doesn't get absorbed. But the AQUA-BEAVER holds the water near the surface, long enough to restart the natural absorption and jumpstart regrowth in this soil. Make no mistake, our mechs are not a long-term solution. They're a proof of concept, demonstrating what's possible when we stop reacting and start reimagining. What we truly need is systemic policy-level change. To confront climate change directly, shift resources from firefighting to fire prevention, and redesign our landscapes to be resilient by default. Our mechs can't fix everything, but they prove that we can protect ecosystems, save lives, and buy us time. So if anything, they're worth considering. Because a livable future for California is still possible, but only if we start making it now.